That's the idea.
There's not enough.
Yeah, your angle is down.
I was busy pulling back and throwing at
Yes.
the same time like an idiot. I should have committed in. Nice. Nice shot. How's the shoulder doing, boss?
Oh, my right is gone. I can't actually do anything with it. See what I was talking about, Duke Sean? Right. Yeah. Yeah, you let go of him a couple of times. I was like, and you had a couple of shots that were touchy on him, and he's fading out and relaxing in those fades. So you don't have to. You just look like you don't have to keep. Don't have to think about attacking him. All you have to do is think about keeping up that distance, so that he has to hold his stuff. That's all. Yes, that's what you're. Yes, you're doing better. I'm just going to keep that. Exactly. I want you to raise your stuff back up. Don't want to get right now.
I got you.
Right. So that's
Believe me, I'm not letting you near me without being guarded. I'm not stupid.
Right.
I want to try to take that back. Working because he's not wanting to jump as much. He's like, oh, never mind.
And then there's those places where, so for Duke Sean's, when he's lined up, he has that hand over here blocking a little bit. So he's taking away his head with that, like Tarquin. So what you can do is you can shift over here, right? And all of a sudden, as you shift over here, sometimes you see if his hand follows or not. If it doesn't, then you have this, or if it just follows you.
I was waiting for that one when you stepped and lowered your shoulder. I went, shit. I'm like, she's going to. So
Yeah. And then,
but he didn't swing. I'm like,
but if he's in a case where he,
Because I'm tired and thinking real hard and just wasn't ready to swing.
but if he's in a case where he's just following your, you get your hand back up. Like, here, back. See, what happened was you went there and then I freed that line.
I'm going to take that leg. Or I'm going to step
I'm working more on not trying to do that.
Right. It's hard because
Lessons from somebody
Right, because
telling
that's-
me year after year after year, small movements.
I'm out of range.
but it's hard because that's that deceptive. I'm going this way, so you could have to follow me. So your whole body follows, but my sword never changed.
Cool. Or if there's an arm trick.
When I can get you flinching,
Tight, and then what?
and when I can get to the point where, you start stepping in and I can make you change your mind about that plan.
I'll back off.
That's when I know what I'm working on. I'm like, okay.
That's the position we're in.
Right, and a little bit of that I think you were trying to work.
You go get something to drink, I'll get something to drink. And then I think Duke Wrongwalder wants to play with me. He got all armored up when I still had my helmet on.
So that's
But and that is a big part of it.
that's one game chess. But learning those things. So come in,
Then
pressure.
once you're in there, they're
Throw a shot.
they're totally falling.
She'd move and she'd point it to you. Pointing at you.
Head block.
Except none of it at intent. Just like
Sweet.
point here. And that feel like every one, I feel like I'm
and I throw straight on the inside.
He needs to look,
just like you're talking
get
about.
that 1,000 knots there.
yeah, she has
As
these
soon as the sword opens, it's time for a giant rope. I want you real used to like throwing inside the inch.
It's hard right now.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's the thing you see. It's like,
Put some steps. Flick. Creating the intent that he's close enough to them.
so, your water feel good, and then we'll throw you aside and have her work with yourself. She's got a good head for this.
The only other way I would say work on that is break them both apart and say, I want every time you're outside, I want 50 and make sure they move.
Yeah, you do.
Well, yeah. Well, in the car, you're like, I finally get to hit my man at arms. And I'm
slowed it down to about 3/4 of a half. But every time you run out of
like, do this to myself.
I figured in that thing too. If you can, old man, you should do it.
I'm still going to hit you in the ass for the end of the day.
you get ready and you
This is unique stuff.
More like, at least you know you're doing the same exercise. It's not finishing or throwing. All the same things that you're doing in the front, you're not throwing them.
Power isn't that. It's not being too many people really thinks there's something different. So if you're looking,
Faint's just a shot.
so if you're looking deep over here,
That's not fair telling her to keep me make
you
my
go ahead
shoulder
and
work.
throw.
I know. And that suck?
Yeah.
Yesterday was shoulder work.
Oh,
You got those,
so you heard that.
foot sticks, so
Shoulder work.
sit on it.
Should make them hold them up all day.
If he, I see him
Going deep.
going deep, and I just kind of
Blocks.
bring it in there.
So you do one of two things. You can either slam the distance shut or slam the distance open.
Okay.
So I either take away the power by getting inside the power generation curve, or I take away the power by getting way out at the very edge. And if I can get to the very edge,
And he comes, he's like, hey, he goes,
right?
I'll make a trade with
So
you.
that's an easy fall, 1, 2. And now I'm in your corner.
He had sandstone
Yeah,
blocks out in the yard.
no big deal.
Dude, if he throws
He's
this
like, well, he's like, you need your house or wood? I said, yeah. He's like, I'm trading wood for stone. Okay. So he brought up a cord of wood yesterday.
You up the load stone.
So you got rid of the stone?
I know. That's always a bonus.
don't even look at it. Just know that it's going to be.
trades are great because everybody feels like they got the best yet. I get extra wood, so I got rid of extra wood and I got
Right.
he's like,
Is
I got
it
rid of
chunk?
stone and I got extra.
That's right.
Expensive as those stones are
That headspace thing.
He
to
got
buy and sell,
Yeah.
we made out of it.
Yeah, but when you're not using them,
And any chance you get to fight with.
I'm going to use the wood.
exactly.
He's building a retaining wall with stone. So,
I don't know names or people on it.
and most of the work was done
I don't suck.
by the tractor, but still, getting them up to get a rope underneath them, manhandling them around.
Nearly foolish.
Manhandling stone is always a pain.
You're big and strong, so you don't say that.
Oh, believe me, I think about it.
I apologize. There was
No,
somebody
you're
yesterday that
Yeah,
similar glasses,
Yep.
new fighter,
Yep.
just talking about starting.
See, I'm technically not a new fighter. I've been
then changing the brake caliper in that thing.
Oh,
okay.
First time.
That's cool.
Some
But because of
Finally, we're getting
The
actual second generation fighters.
Yeah, well, we got a
Let everything
couple.
calm back
I mean,
down.
because Mitch's son and his
because
buddy.
of the
Right.
pandemic, I
They're
haven't been
like-
able to do
Yeah,
much.
but it's happening.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is happening. It is really happening.
Morning when I got
Well,
up,
hey, my
everything was
oldest brother,
set.
just got knighted. He's
Luckily,
second
everything
gen.
broke
There you
loose.
are.
I'm really excited because he's when I went to go talk to him at his video.
Yeah, I have
He's,
found that out over the years.
Didn't even know, did you?
Man, I'm not going
I didn't know he
I'm
was
all
second
sore and
gen.
stiff. No,
Yeah,
still
not until we
crack.
sat down. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, that's right.
You guys didn't realize?
Oh no, I never get away from the sore.
I don't even the hard part for me is I hardly think about second gen, and the worst part is I know third gen people.
Yeah.
And
Yep. Yeah, no, we've been in the SEA for as long as I've been alive, so
Yeah.
it is very easy to track how long I've
Hurt worse.
yeah,
There you go.
I mean,
Because
Just
then everything
my-
just tightens down.
Say consolation. You're how old?
18.
18.
So, I come home,
Just started college.
I do a couple things, we make dinner, we
Well, technically I don't start college until
then I
tomorrow,
feed the dogs.
but I moved in.
there you are. Well, see, that's the hard part. You're done.
Yeah,
Now you
yeah.
just have to get to classes and eat food.
15 minutes.
Yeah, that getting to
Occasionally
class at
sleep.
8:30.
Oh, there's no sleep in college.
Animals,
Not the first year.
off the barn,
I did.
do all that, and then I might.
Well,
go
I don't
back in
sleep
and sit down
anyway,
for
or
another half
insomnia,
an
so I'm
hour,
fine.
Or I might just
Oh,
take
yeah,
a shower and
you're
go to
fine.
bed.
You're used to
I
it.
just drink
But
a
yeah,
shit
there's
ton of
not-
coffee and then
There's usually not extended periods of
Oh,
time.
sounds
where
like
I'm
your
not-
life.
That sounds.
A couple hours at the most.
it's literally what I like
Oh, I have
today.
no problem with
I didn't
drink.
eat my first thing until
I'm
they
gonna
made
work on
me
what I'm gonna work on.
when we were like here.
coffee always turns my stomach into not like I'm not hungry. Like I'll drink coffee and just walk hungry.
Well, yeah,
Like I had my cup of coffee, and then I was running some errands because I'm keeping all my like gear at Raph and Margaret's house because I can't keep it in my dorm.
I also have to ask him.
Because they get a little weird if I have a weapon in it.
Oh.
Even though there's not an actual blade.
Keep your sword and shield in your strong. Put the rest of your shit. Put the rest of your shit. Stand it up in a corner on a stand. Make them really think
Don't
about
have
it.
the space.
That's the other problem.
You know, when I was in college, the rifle team kept their rifles in the dorm.
In the dorm.
Technically, I might get in trouble for having my pocket knives in my dorm.
Technically.
Give me a couple of practice.
But they're a tool. And with the Ohio law, they are tools before weapons. They're only considered weapons if you are in a fight.
Yes, and you.
So
So-
you could keep like a 16-ounce framing hammer in there and do just as much damage as anything else, and no one can say anything about it. It's just a hammer. It's a tool.
Yep.
I hung a picture on my wall the other day.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
was
I was
just
using
saying
it for.
You should watch this. You'll see a bunch of pictures. Like we were talking about your feet. Watch how Rumble moves his feet.
Hand blocking, that's it. The hand block.
Yeah. Ivan or? Yeah, I was just talking about that. Stop blocking, start voiding.
Ooh, that front leg too is going to get torn up.
Yep.
Against a left-hander, that's hard.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to see how he was doing check shots after you mentioned it earlier, too.
Oh, you got your snoot booped.
Huh?
Said, oh, you got your snoot booped.
Yes.
I'm good. I have no idea what it is.
That's why I have to bring my armor.
I hope mine is in the laundry room when I get home. If not, I may be making it.
Uh-oh.
I'm basically
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Rumble to go to the shield line, which is a big roll, but it's too juicy to. It's like, ooh, look at I did right behind the shield there on that upper shoulder arc.
I'm worried about Ivan's hair arm is looking
Looking what?
Like that?
arm has
Yeah.
all the issues.
That was really weird, whatever it was.
He's trying. The thing is, he's trying to throw so hard, and he doesn't need to. He just needs to throw.
No more thrusting tip. Not using the damn thing anyway.
There it is. Told you.
Was it the inside line he's looking for?
Good. Good body. Go for mine. Yeah, I was just trying to take it off.
That just looks like a goofy Pez dispenser.
I just feel like I'm being toyed with.
It's okay. We all feel that way. So look, I was making small threats and reading.
Yeah, he's just trying to get that elbow hang a little. Look when you can hit that.
Try to
That's why he's waiting.
Triggers the tip. Yes. Or a 5-pound dumbbell. You don't even need a full 5-pound dumbbell. The weight is the same.
and just
5, 8 pounds.
I still have to try for it though.
Actually, if you
Go
want
for
to,
heavier
go for
and
something
then-
10 pounds
yeah.
and then just work that position. I can show you stuff to do with the shoulders.
Now you're being toyed with.
Oh, I
because
know.
He's going at that arm. I was like, we were talking about it earlier. I was like, ooh, this is a really neat shot. I really want to see if I could get it.
Was that one?
That arm shot.
Actually,
Yeah,
Ferris helped me
I'm
learn
up
it
to
Yeah.
because he's so bad with his
15s
shield.
and
He taught me that I can
17
actually kill people on that
And that's
side.
it.
Yeah.
I'm strong as fuck.
So,
Alright, so how are you doing that?
That is not an understatement. Like,
I could probably still do some the rest of it.
oh, absolutely. If you guys go to the gym, there, it'd be good.
Especially because it's across the street.
Oh yeah, you've got a really position.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
tiny. Yeah.
So you feel my body go to this side.
It's just,
And your
there you
defense
go.
for this is to bring the shield
That's
over.
what we're talking about.
And then you look where you are. You just
Stepping
So
in
the
and
sword
putting
comes
more
up here.
pressure on
So the
the
sword's
elbow.
committed.
Literally just
The
take
shield's
a step
committed
pressure.
here. I've actually turned my foot, so when I push, I actually have this
and
direction.
then at the same time throwing that arm.
See, that's totally not what you see.
No, you see him coming left.
No, I'm saying with the sword. The sword looks like it does weird shit. when it
Nope.
hits you.
It is
And that's what I'm.
It's a very common problem, and that's something that
No, it looks like you do something.
No.
That's what I'm saying. In the
In
brain,
your
it
head.
looks like you're doing something.
In your head.
practice
Yeah.
to teach him and train,
So-
not just smash him. Because the reality is you're not going to do
Yeah.
it. Just get that shit smashed.
And that's actually a good shot against a lefty.
You're not going to get it. But if
Yeah, so
when he and I fight, we'll fight 5, 6, 8 passes.
Yeah.
And
Except
then
not over.
okay.
you go
When
straight
you
down.
see, well, you know, okay, what about this? Hey, let's try
His
to
shield's
add
in a
that,
place
let's
it's
do this.
impossible to get
And
to
then
that with that shot
instantly.
anyways. Yours is
Better
so
every day.
flat,
10%
it
better
comes
every day.
over.
1%
and
better
then-
every day.
Yeah, exposes it wide open.
And you twist and you put your sword
And I-
foot forward, so that allows me to torque you into this
Barony's on
twist.
practice.
And
That's my open. Because it's on a Thursday night.
It just when it's thrown, I can see him going, and I know why I turn. Like in my brain, I know why. But the sword just, for some reason, looks like it does some weird loopy
3
shit
hours
before
by
it hits.
then. I still got to practice
The
it.
drop shot.
as I turn my hip, I just push
Or Tuesday night.
If I have practices that are close to me, yes, but
But no, I just
It's
couldn't
more
like,
of a punch shot, so what the idea is.
for the life of me, my
that's
brain
where
can't grasp
I'm
what
like,
you were doing. I'm like,
That's
that's the
what I wanna
fucking
do.
second
I
time
want
you
you
just
to- I want you to get it's like turned in. Bam.
They usually, they do that until get what you can, do the hard work, and then you want to make it a 2-hour like film, right? Practicing. We can make it 2
The
hours.
other piece is on your first fake, don't make it a big step because then you can't come back
From
the
Fort
other way.
Wayne.
you guys can practice
So
together.
you're taking a large step on the first one. Look how small his ends up being.
driving up just for practice, or you?
I came up yesterday for White Stag.
Okay.
But I try and come up here about once a month.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to be doing a couple.
Let them all keep me honest and humble.
Their practices.
It's my home practice, but it has been since before COVID since I've been out at this practice.
Gotcha. Yeah, that whole border closing thing.
Yep.
Definitely.
I'm going to say your house.
It certainly could be for my SCA activity.
He's stepping on Ivan's left-hand side and making him torque himself in. So he's getting him to do this,
Which is throwing off your center.
which throws your center up. Look where my balance is. So I got to do this.
This is actually a tip too.
And
Oh,
anytime
wasn't the guy pulled it either.
Even if I would have connected with
gives
him
you
back
something.
there.
So he got me to.
He does all those stupid little things so perfectly that make you bite.
Yeah, shorten your feet up. That's
Yeah,
one
I do
piece.
bigger on newer fighters. I do a much bigger. He's got a much better fighter with much better timing. So I'm keeping him much smaller.
Right. It also, he picks it up, but you pick it up a lot faster, so he wants to keep it smaller. That keeps his hand better.
So I can't.
See how he's not learning with him in the beginning. He's following him. I mean, leading him.
Now they're martial arts. But I just can't knock off. It's like 100% of my life. So.
One of the first things I said to my roommate was, "Hi, I'm a pilot."
Pick that one up.
So try to bait me that way.
Aha, the flail shot. I'll never see that one coming. You lose your grip, bud?
I could barely still get it when you told me about it.
Yep.
And our forearm.
My shoulder popped when I hit him.
That's why you lost the sword.
Yep, hand went numb.
That's that. It just pops every once in a while. It doesn't. It's not a certain movement. It's just whenever it feels like it.
So what you might want to do is take, like the shots you're hitting with are probably about 70% on the straight market, maybe even 80.
From me,
There's no reason you have to throw that hard. You'll take a 50.
I throw
You'll
about
take a 40.
I throw it about 60.
Yep. No, you're throwing about 80 when you're hitting.
No, I'm not.
Not for you.
Not
I'm
for
talking about you.
you.
No, that's what I'm saying. For me.
In the power generation. In other words, then good. Throw it as 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Try to tag. Don't try to hit.
More speed and less.
Just touch straight. You know what?
How fast is
See
it?
if you can just touch.
Okay.
Don't try to hit them. Just touch.
So
And
just more
the other
speed,
piece
less
is
power.
Yep.
When don't wait
Try
for
no
it.
power.
you're sometimes waiting for him, and he'll move, and then you'll move way behind, and he's owning you. You know, the other ones, you are when you're aggressive. You don't have to be aggressive with it. You have to show intent.
I got you.
Don't wait for him because he's owning you while you're waiting.
I got you.
Okay? So show intent. That intent may even be I'm coming off and then I'm coming back in.
Our son's campaign song well last night. The stupid party befriended
But
him.
don't let him take ownership. Move it around.
They're giving all their meetings to the minute.
Yeah. Touch, remember, touch.
Yeah.
Nice and light.
The mimic won't hurt them because
There you go. That was nice. Take the tip. There you go. That's
it's
nice.
still as dangerous as a wild animal. But
Landed on my shoulder.
Yeah. That's it. Nice tip. That's it. Good tip.
Good arm.
That was a big throw.
Huh?
Yeah, you cocked to throw the big shot. Those other ones actually you're throwing faster and there's no cocking at the beginning. You're like bang. Take it that top of the sword. Get it to him. Just touch it. That's the way. That's it. Top of the sword. Down his elbow. Now think your top of your sword on his elbow. Stop thinking the top of the head. Look at his elbow. Yeah.
I'm starting to get tired. It goes.
So stand right behind me for a second. Yeah, stand right behind me for a second. So you're trying to power down on the top of his head, right into all the block. Where do you, if you're standing right behind me, what are your pain points on his side?
Left knee and hip.
Right?
I never think the elbow's open. I never do because that's so easy to block.
Then why does he hit you in here? No, he isn't. He's slow, way slower than you.
And I know you guys.
Yeah, you get me to move where you want me to. And then you
That's
hit.
correct.
I know.
So,
I know where you're at. I don't have to look until I'm ready to let you look away.
I don't care if he's there or not.
You don't react. Not reacting is still a reaction. So then I go,
Yeah.
so I have to.
I'm here.
take all the
Right?
tension out
So
of it.
what I'll do
All
is
the
when I
emotion
drop
out
that,
of it.
I'm here.
Just
So now he pulls that hand down. He doesn't have any high hand. So now sometimes I'll do
even at the end of an arrow, you can put tension on
right
something,
now
right?
double.
You know I'm aiming
now
at
I'm
you.
going under first leg. And now he pulls that back. I'm going to come over here.
Same thing with the speed.
Exactly.
At the war, all the time I
I
have a
can slip
spearman,
right
and
into
he'd be
why
looking
he
at me, and
pulls back.
I'd just
He pulls
turn.
back like a bang bang.
And I'd nod to him,
Now I
and he'd
have
be
this
like,
inside.
yeah, okay, you see me. And he'd go after somebody else. And then I would just, every once in a while, just turn my head, and nod. So it looks like I'm looking at it, but I'm really not paying attention to him anymore.
And this is the difference.
But I'm making him think that I'm watching.
This is why half the time I keep looking down for the shield. I kept my head, like, like,
I am still all gut reaction.
Same thing with an archer. When I first see an archer, I want to shot
Even when I'm pulling from this right here, I don't think. I'm just like,
I'll go
the only thought I drop him on the ground because if he's in a pile there, I can reset.
Well, you're working on jet. You help her understand jet.
But it's not like,
But that's
all right, if I throw this and this and this, or if I do this and this, I'm going to throw this combo of shots and I don't even and then I'm just going to
Magnified. Get the magnified. Yes.
You'd be surprised once you understand better what's actually happening.
So
You'd be surprised how much you probably actually
understand what you guys are doing.
No, I bet you're doing it too.
came up through you.
But I've never been.
Your sister.
We've
Very,
had a
very
couple
fresh
people who do it.
as a like
Just
teacher.
never
And
realized it.
that might be the thing, but I also, because it's hard to have your success.
And the more you understand what you're doing, the easier it is to now you're like, hey, look, I'm going to do this. No, I'm not. I'm really not going to do that.
I'm getting to the point where, like Hawk says, if I want to, like Hawk has me do the intent and threaten, like on one point.
Yep.
But
He was sometimes the guys that ran in.
I never look more than that. Okay, intend this way, open and throw.
Right.
I never go. If I throw this, then I throw this, it should open up
get in place.
I'm like, my brain doesn't go that far away.
And that's just learning to play the chess game down.
Mine does that. That's all my.
Y'all know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know. I know you do it. And then you think, okay, he did that one of 12 things he could have done, so now we go to this line of things.
Well, and even inside of that, you're setting up one thing, but the idea is you're not only setting up, I'm putting tension on that elbow. I'm looking, hey, if I can drop under there, I'm going to do it. If I push up here and then drop under there, I'm going to do it. If I push up here, if I can double up, I'm going to do it. But always the other pieces, I'm looking at that foot sliding out, then I got this. So I'm adding all these pieces and I'm keeping them.
I think it also the world or the edge of a bridge, somewhere where I can just ignore that whole side.
Yeah.
And the guy I started to train with,
frees up so much more concentrated brain space.
No, it's and really, it's the good part is you're going to learn more and more.
because I had the power I did, he never bothered to teach me mechanically correct. He never bothered to teach me finesse. He just goes, just fucking hit him.
How was your first fight?
Better at the beginning than the end, as I was running out of energy.
At the beginning, he
stopped a little sooner, probably. But once I recognized that my fight was getting sloppy,
he goes, no.
Told Roman that was going to be it.
And when he picked himself up off the ground,
Fighting against lefties,
don't hit anybody that hard.
have to do things
And
a
I'm
little
like,
bit differently.
from that, he goes, so
Only
you don't
one
need,
time
like,
that I
you didn't teach me
overcommitted to
I
his
didn't
right
understand,
and left myself exposed to the sword.
moving into a
I
shot.
killed him but died at the
So
same
that's
time.
why I ended up having to have my shoulder rebuilt once I read.
After that, I was trying to work the slot and
then
work the arm.
I still, when I
And
start
trying to
getting
use the
tired,
arm to open the slot up.
my body goes back to,
Pretty good for the most part, I think.
The good part is you can look for those doubles, hand, under, all of those, seeing if you can press leg out, seeing if he's leaving outside head. You don't want to go to the offside head, but you want to make sure that he respects your offside head.
Yeah, I used the offside head to open the leg up once.
my shoulder's tired.
Yeah. Speaking of lefties, we were talking about the monkey fighting too.
Yes, and then he steps way behind you.
But no, it's just, yeah. And that's what,
So for him, if I remember correctly, he leaves the inside leg open. And you just have to watch. He's very long swords, right? So the idea is, here it is, right? And inside, sliding.
That's nice. Because with one weapon,
If you're gonna just stare at me, I'm gonna shoot you.
with the one I need to do it with, I can't.
Always roll to the shield side. Okay. So now, and keep your the trick is if you roll through the shield side.
Well, it's because we all paused there. When that first one came in, and we shouldn't have. If we'd have kept going, it might have been a little better. Because we needed to crush him because we had the other one coming in on us. And we kind of paused and all kind of like at distance, out of range, like. And the line kind of held, and we shouldn't have done that. Because we had them outnumbered. But they had the whole other flank coming in.
Yeah, we would have had to finish that.
We need to do it quick, kill him. And we didn't. And that just sealed it. We were already kind of screwed, but that really sealed it. The call was a little late. You go like, it is what it is.
Turn him from being
They're still flying.
here, and things now I'm seeing the and if he starts on the ground,
You're going to see the one battle.
there is going to be
We trailed over and they were coming in. And I'm backpedaling. There's only 3 of us left. And it was a whole circle. That's when we got hurt.
But he's got to come here.
Yeah, she was.
Yes.
No, it wasn't the first battle because I got tore apart there. It was this. I think it was the second one.
The trick is,
Yeah, because the third one we did really good and we like got all the way around and stuff.
say, hey, bud, you're
I didn't die though. But in the second one, when we also fell apart and lost, but I survived and was falling back. And there was only, and they called a hold, and I look around, and there was a knight, it was on our side, right? That tree right there.
that leg taken.
And she was like right there, and I'm here, and there's 3 other guys right here, and 3 more, or 5 guys on the knight, closing on him. And the knight's like, honorable combat! During the whole, he's like, honorable combat! And they're like, so as soon as they lay on again, one at a time out of the 5, they were coming in on the night.
The good part is you're out here. You're gonna
And I was, as the 3 polearm and 2 swordsmen were coming at me, I'm like, shoot him! Shoot him! And I'm backing up. I shot the first one right in the face. The other 2 came out, and I was like, audible combat. And they're like, oh no. And they came in. And she yielded immediately because they were going to rush her.
They were rushing me.
Yeah. And I was like, when she yielded, and I was like, I'm all alone. Right, there's 2, and they're right on top of me. And the polearm had already hit my shield once. And I'm like, I healed! I healed! Because I'm going to die. I maybe could have killed that polearm, but then I was going to get wailed on by the guy right beside me. And it was done because like there was only like 4 people left. Why should I get another one? I got another battle. And then we to get a kill on that one out of 1,000. Basically, just so as a righty, you can do the same thing. We finally executed it for 2 practices. The 3rd one, we crushed his back left side. This with a righty puts so much pressure. This sword is quite big. This becomes well, I mean, that's serious. The field battle. And a good way to practice but by Friday it was already in. So going back to so the sword foot out. This is whether it's resistant. So it's half the stuff. However, if it's right? So that's the idea is that if I start here, yeah, there's nothing to hide. If it didn't say the idea is the throw starts. 4 people from the team outnumbered or not. It was so bad that the East gave us and they were the best archers. And they were so mad for being traded, they shot like madmen and were killing them left and right. That's why we won. Nice. I don't think she's like, I didn't kill anybody. I shot lots of arrows. I didn't hit anybody. But whatever that other person, Issa was like mowing him down. I was giving her my arrows and keep shooting them.
Joyce.
That's why they
I think on the last battle, we had all us. The one seated one, we borrowed them some seeds. They didn't have any. And on the last one, we gave them back their archers because we had all the seed men. And a couple of the archers like, no, we're not going back. We're staying here. Shouldn't have traded us if you didn't. So all that played into us why we won.
Well, I decided to marshal the battle this year because I'd never seen it. Whenever they'd had before, and they used to emphasize on when fight like you, and I was so involved in other stuff, I never watched anybody fight like that. Water battle is, you know. Oh yeah. So I almost died in the defeated dinosaur. So anyway, yeah. So I had never seen it before. I had never seen it before, so I decided I'd marshal it just to get a feel for it. Well, damn it, I want to play next year. Screw this marshaling stuff. We'll play next year.
And just remember, don't get wrapped up. Go get your stuff.
I think that would be a better battle, though.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm not. There's nobody out there that I go out and think that I can't beat.
Yep.
Well, I just know that certain fights are going to happen.
Yep.
In fact, one of the things that they wanted to make sure was clear. Only one person can grab the staff.
That wasn't me. I was just I didn't know.
No, once I knew, I was at the northern.
Biggest thing that I
At least where I was one guy, you know, there'd be a guy on either side of the field, and one guy would reach out and turn it over, and then the other guy would turn it over the other way.
That was the nice stuff. I was over on the other side where we were all just
Yeah, and that's where things
I was gonna try to do that.
Yeah, and it wasn't flipping because everybody else had like 8 people with their hands up. And then we would slide
that's
forward.
what they're saying. They've got to
And she, the finger, like, just
Oh, yeah,
like
make
with
sure
the
that
mirror
it's
and
clear
do
that
that
once
motion
somebody
and make sure your eyes are clear.
Exactly.
Do that, because I do have
And
here.
the thing was,
I'm gonna grab my glasses.
you know, eventually, one side darkness are going to come up and kill the guy on the other side. So
That's fine. That's fine. At some point, we'll talk about intent.
and then they're going to come back and kill them.
So
And
there's
they're
going
going
to
to
be
be
that
flipped.
space where
Whatever. It could have been a really fun
right now you're getting into a position and then you're screening. Then you
So that's what we just gave up.
screen.
We didn't even try.
You're fine. It's working out. So just but remember those times when you're outside, like when we're going, right? And you're making your move. Go ahead. Right now there's no intent. So watch when I move. Yeah. So watch this. And I don't get that. So I want your intent more on me. Give me the evil eye. It's like, that's I want you to think when you move into there. It's like, oh, I'm going to hit something.
Apparently, we ran out of ammo.
Okay, let's do it again.
We put his bow down outside. Came
Yes.
in.
So you're going to have to add some. You can add by down a little bit. Yeah. No. Ready?
Turns out.
Just think about it. There you go. See, now that was better because I felt like you couldn't instead that you were trying to go into hit me or just moving like I'm going to move and hit you.
Yeah. But that's
fine. That's what we need to see more of.
But it really wouldn't have been sufficient.
And dropping gives me more ground, so it makes me think we got more power into the shot. Does that make sense? Like if I just do this, not a lot of intent, right? But now what?
So there wasn't
Right, all of a sudden now it's like I get into the ground a little bit. It's like, oops. Exactly. Uh-huh. I don't know. That's what he's like. I know I hate it. That's it.
Like the difference is I squatted.
Yeah. But you think of when somebody's going to do something, they get some little rubber to the ground. And that's a lot of time you're going to tell like you're looking for.
What I do is I read in and try and provoke them into throwing. Because if I just walk in and throw, that's what they want to do. That's what they're ready for. And I would suffer for that. But if I can stride in and draw a body feint or a check shot where I save and get them to counter, that's where I start seeing my opening. So, but because of that, I'm very, go ahead and do something. Come on, I think do something. You know, I'm trying to provoke my release react to their reaction to me. But I'm not.
somebody could have ruled that you can't.
I was like, mind blown, I'm done.
So sometimes taking initiative in a fight doesn't actually mean it's always. Sometimes, like we're fighting, we're still in skating like this.
But I come out there with 2 full shields. I don't think anywhere period that ever happened.
Controlling the motion. But for me, with the counter punchers, you know, I'll get people like Ulrich when he's so flat. He just sits there like this all day and just smile at him.
So you fit in that elbow.
Yeah, and that's what I do. Is I come in, I just get into his range, and check shot and stay out of range. Just the trick is to get them to safely throw. Because once they do that, well, I'm ready for it. But by doing that, I'm very much in the, you know, I'm trying to take initiative, but I'm trying to provoke them and do something and have a good defense. You know, to survive when they finally do throw that.
That kind of is playing if you're already ready for it.
Right. Because if I just throw in and start throwing combos, throw in the counter, boom, they're done. Because that's what they want me to do. So we can kind of play on their own game to a certain extent.
won't go to the here and length. So if she has 25 inches, arrows, she has 25 inches.
That's a lot better. I saw that for years.
That's the only restriction. Now, crossbow, I took it a little closer before I'm going to leave it. I got the voltage. Yeah. Well, my crossbow is 22 inches long, and my bolt is 14. And plus, because yours is shoulder, whereas the bow's held way out. Well, yeah. And that's what adds the length. That and the length of the arm. Yeah, if you do my social job.
Engage Chatterbox.
That was totally different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I felt it from over there. I was like,
Yeah, he was like for me, to you, for me, and then you were like, so he was over there.
I know, but I went off my feeling
You
that I
felt like you were too focused. And she shot him right in the face.
Perfect.
And you saw the look of shock because, you know,
I saw his eyes get big.
I'm like, shoot him, and I sidestepped so that she had a clear shot. And you saw his eyes just like, oh. Yeah, my goal was like,
Your shield came down, your sword went up. My shot would go.
and you saw his shoulder just like,
Do the same thing. I'm going to go outside in.
it really is. That's what made it fun. And that wasn't the archery, that was
See, in my brain, to me, that terminology is shot as soon as you make a threat, I counter threat. Yeah, not counter threat, counter threat. Yeah, counter threat. Yeah. That's a bad thing.
Anyway,
So if I did this in the and I would do this in the but if I threat and you threat back, and then
so the line was engaged, the line was like between me and you. But not even still short, still 6 inch. He was looking at me. He's still looking at me.
so mirroring pressure is not bad. No, it's not.
I saw here's this big guy standing out there. He was a tight shot off that line. No, I think he was scared or something. He was looking at me. He kept looking at me. He didn't look at me anymore.
Yeah, I did. When you were up there, I did.
I was behind him. My line wasn't engaged, but they hadn't engaged yet. So.
Yeah. You had one guy on the right side. I was down in the corner. He probably I keep thinking, how much money is he spending on arrows?
The $5 an arrow roughly going to her. But we do inspect them and inspect them.
So for me, I've got things that I'm still building, but there's a whole year.
If you ever watch
So she just started picking up the arrows for everyone.
the last time I watched that fight, like he says, I do this to see what you do. And then I do it again, and you do the same thing again. Then I have you on the third try.
I've been fighting you for 7 years. I am very confident.
Seamus refuses to make the same movement twice. In his brain, his chest game's going, no, pawn over there, queen over here. Pawn over there, queen over here. Pawn over there, queen back here. Pawn over there, queen over here. And it's like, we've been fighting for half an hour, neither one of them is throwing a fucking shot. What's going on here? But it's because the way his chess game works,
Yeah,
Seamus
I
won't
remember
give
when
him
he
the
was a
same
6-year-old youth combat.
So what I try to do is I try to get in. You just stack a bunch of them and then fight time in the middle of
Probably
it.
closer than going
Roll and then pause it
Yeah.
and get you where your mind goes, what's he doing now? And then I try to fight it.
Home practice, which I'm not leaving my class to go to a practice. That's a 2-hour drive home, and then I have to be up at 8.
when you get into a fight, you threaten, you're very good protector for a little bit, and then you start to get frustrated. And as soon as you get frustrated,
Well, I mean, you know, the big.
and I've told you that once before, because but I can watch it happen. And I've seen you in a long fight. I'm sitting there watching it.
Like, they're yours, do whatever you want to with them. I'm like,
Like, you're pissed off at you because something, whatever you're doing is not working. And I can see it different in your body. Like, I see you go, and I'm like, yeah, we're out there blocking arrows. Because then you do something stupid and your opponent goes, BAM! And you can see it. And that's why I told you, you get out there.
And we were mainly protecting
I love watching that fight. Because you are very technical, you're very
because the archery fight really
like an engineer.
we're out there with warboard.
But then you hit a point where somebody drew a wrong measurement on the picture.
Once the guys just
And you go,
God damn it! And then when things whittle down a little bit, it's like,
but you can see it in your movement, is what I'm telling you. It's so pronounced when you lose that pull
You're out of that.
that you have as a technical fighter. You can see it every time you go. And then your footwork gets sloppy, and your feet just change. It's like somebody flipped the switch, like Louis went there.
I know we had a couple of us that took up in the corners right there on the borders to do. I had one guy with this huge warboard, and like, still kicking a lot.
And sometimes it's that, and I've also seen it to where you've been dancing with somebody.
Walked up there and said, I'm here
You
to
haven't even thrown a shot, right? You're dancing.
just set up in front of her.
But he's mirror and counter threading you. He's doing everything perfectly.
Whatever, man. If that
And
makes
you get to a point where you're it's like, fuck it, that's not working. I'm going to jump in.
She used to do it every once.
That's the only thing you have to. Like, other than that, like I said,
Dark yard.
I love watching the crowd. I love watching the technicality.
Zero. I sent one of my guys.
As soon as that little switch goes,
We're already walking forward.
it just went from where I had it dropped down to a 50-50. Is Louis going to do something stupid? Or is he going to, is that something stupid going to win? Or, you know.
And it was the, like, one of the quickest ones ever.
That's it, and some of that's going to be weight training a little bit. That's that exercise they were talking about at Benedict with the kettle, or not kettle,
It was a lot of fun.
with kettlebell, and just, I forgot how he was doing it. He's supposed to, he's rotating his
You know, if you saw Darkwing rolling around, we were
and the idea is to push.
working with Darkwing.
That way he's not doing stuff with his arms, he's doing stuff with his shoulders. Exactly. And then he would pull it back. That way he's pulling that back, straight goes back, back, as we go.
Because I was standing up. I was like, see the pipe? I was like, yeah, I got it. Eric come in and
Yep, that pulls toward your face.
I would like to see it said triple the PA on the field.
And the
Just because
idea
I
is,
know how much it is. I'm trying to lean on some of my local people. It's like, go do CA, go do C. Can you just go close? So you gotta
but no, that training your back.
Well, I think we're both working on the same thing, right?
I mean, I'm always working on it now.
It's not usually those fronts that you have problem with. It's the back.
You've got a guy that
Yeah, there's Shiny, I think is one of those. The question is,
he just sold one, so we got one left. And if I said, let's make another one, he'd be like, okay, come on over.
the Indians from which state? Because a lot of times they'll call
Every time I do a whip, my mind is like, oh shit, oh shit. Because I'm like open for it.
You might be right there. There's 5 states that
Trying to get good at this stuff again. Got a lot of little pieces that fell apart when I was not doing stuff, so I gotta fix it.
Maybe it's a different animal.
Well, 6 weeks off because of my face. And, like I did some drills then.
See if I remember how to swing a sword.
That and just be like utterly failing at working out for a long time.
That's been the last 3 months.
I can't teach anything about that. I can teach you pole arm. I can't teach you sword.
Trying,
All right.
like I keep trying to get back on the boat and I keep failing.
try
I'll
and
get
do
a
that.
couple of days.
Pretty sure everything I know with a sword you already know.
2 days the next week and then I'll do it really good for like a month and then stop. So, just continually trying to fix
Half-hour morning
that.
workout.
Can't do
So much nicer to just stand up.
Can't do mornings. I do it right after work. Get up from desk, go to workout. Do not pass go. Do not collect food.
But you work at home, you could just go work out for 5 minutes and go back to your desk too.
5 minutes isn't enough time. Walking desk. Is done.
She's got one.
Get up, go to basement, do 30 minutes workout.
When you relax,
Then I'm like, oh, it's dinner time.
I think I need to do another 100-day pill challenge.
Morgan can do that, Morgan
That
can do
might
that,
get me back on.
but you're better off bringing it back to
Sometimes it would like my food. And I doesn't actually like pellet. He's never really done it himself. He's not a big fan. So we don't do much. Like, I could stand it.
It's a good duck on my part.
It's just a matter of age. What he doesn't like about it is they do it, you never get anybody to check their horn, and then all they've done is spend 100 days practicing the wrong thing.
Hardwired the slot. Yep.
And they've now hardwired the wrong thing. So I'm going to do color work. It's going to be alright. I know all the rules. Let me go spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes drilling that and trying to get some muscle memory in. And then twice a week already I have the opportunity to get checked. I'm going to do 800 shots on the puck every day and get it wrong. Because after 800 shots, I had to probably will do it right.
Yeah, because then you need to do thousands and teach the 800 days to run.
Or the other thing is I'm going to do color and we go together and live check while I'm working.
You're letting, it's like loading a punch.
It's
like, that's funny. I walked through the we do that, they just look at me like I stepped on my head. What?
I have team fight practice. Not everyone has that. They probably get a lot more color than I do.
Was it?
I just need to do
Didn't
my
feel good, that's why I'm asking.
That would be fun.
Good arm. Yeah. Just enough on the head.
Yeah, if you get fun. Is it time it is?
Oh, yes. 345.
Even if I can swing, I can just fly up the wall.
And then I can also whatever that is, so you can keep going.
But I thought we were rotating the feet. I actually slowed it down, trying to make sure I just. It's like a feel in my wrist. Right? The wrist hurts. And that's the hard part. Trying to gauge that shot up. Right? No, when I do it, it's like no way. But if I don't work the hand over,
Go get her.
The first thing I do is deciding
Go, tell her no.
So I managed to contact Like in your stuff, had he said something the answer I got back was he couldn't figure out how. Well, then he asked. Well, I hope so. Great. Okay.
Okay. Because of how, because of where you ended up, that's one that's like, all right, I'll record that in the bag for later. That's to take your Chevrolet. Yeah, there's a little window to kill, but also, it's like, I should have hit the leg, I should have hit the arm, but now it's like, it's interesting that it got you to a point where you didn't actively go after blocking that side. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, it's interesting.
Attention fully when
So fix that.
That angle or that leg?
That angle.
That's gains depth, gains that angle on a shot. We'd have popped your arm back out. But he would do it everywhere. He would do it left or right through. Like he was showing me that one day. Because it was like, it was like he'd throw a shot, and I'd hit here, and he'd still hit me. I'm like, it was just that he went from here through, kicked his arm way out to gain that angle. I don't know a lot about it. Yeah, and if you can pop your wrist that far, yeah, they work beautiful. Yeah, he was.
That's not necessarily a good thing when you're talking about a 50,000 card.
How my block was here, and it was Hill sitting on the side of the head, and I'm like, he's still in front of me. I don't understand if you stepped over here. And he's like, no. So he's like, he did that same thing. He'd throw his arm out here. We've done it straight yet? Flat snap.
Okay. All right. He won't make you move at all. He just stays with you. You can learn a lot.
Yeah, I'm seeing not a lot of that happening. Oh well. Then I'll pay what I see.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to work on that. And it actually worked on it. Getting in here and then we're sending them, you know, drag your sword across. But it's the only point you've got to watch out for.
That we can drag them into the water.
So it's got to be at that exact right opportunity. Yeah, it's like both right here, and somehow your sword is here, but I can break across.
Okay.
So,
yep, I'll let them know. Thanks for the heads up.
Good.
But also if you get that opening and you learn to read better because of it, that's a big part. Even if you have the opening,
There's not much difference in how we're
somebody still doesn't find a way through it. But if you create the opening, read, and you can comprehend it in a fight in a tournament.
20 years in the Navy.
Oh, this guy's had to do this.
You only had to touch him twice a year. Yeah. But you still had to touch him. Yeah. So I would do this. Exhale, dive. You better look. I'm only doing this once. You better watch. You'll go for mine take good. I'd wait. You watching? This is it. Especially as I got older. I got younger.
All of them wanted to be first down the ball. Well, that's the thing. They all wanted to be first in alphabetical order. So yeah, for that.
Yeah, you're not old.
Of course,
I don't like that at all. No, I don't like. Nope, I don't.
I'm good at running, but I don't want to chase. I'm not
not footwork as much as bike. Because, like,
well, yeah, that's where I started trying to do the energy thing a little bit.
Talks them trying to get me to stay up here. And like I said, I would have never in a million years thought that this would have changed. Well, it's not even, to me, it's not
Try to get one more.
because I can still, even when I'm here, I can still see all of it.
Heavier guy.
But no, what it did for me was it went from really weird perception.
You can do that anywhere.
Looking at a 19.
Yeah, you got Jason.
Johnny, why you team?
Like 50.
It did spread everything, everywhere. But
Is it? Okay.
so now I'm seeing more openings. And the only thing that I have to do
You can still get a semi-custom for
realizing I'm fast enough
So,
because I don't think I am.
about 6, yeah. About the
I don't think I'm fast enough. When I see this, most fighters, my brain goes, I'm just trying to master this one first and keeping, because I still have to, during the entire fight,
There it is, right there. You heard it.
my brain is constantly playing over in its head, playing the fault, going, keep shoulders down, keep shoulders down, keep shoulders down. So that's, when I can get to the point where I don't have to do that, because as soon as I quit saying that to myself, I start coming back forward. So I'm trying to stay there. Once I get to where I can just fight here and not move, then I'll work. I'm trying to solid that one down. But
That's on my list of things I'm going to buy myself someday. I'm a fan of my football.
Hopefully this will last me for a good long while because
I think it's about good, but it looks like it's blue.
how do I make it?
Right off the bat.
Even Russell's mine, I'm biting on it.
I told my dad what I wanted, like the decorations and stuff that I wanted, and then he just
Right? So now you're learning.
he basically like it was right before. No, it was like right after the pandemic kind of hit. I make these for like.
Yeah, it is.
Or
And that's,
it
well,
was
that's,
right
but that's what I'm doing right now.
While it was still like they were offering like 6
Because I,
semi-custom homes kind of thing. Like you got it in
yeah,
early,
and that's
get
what
one,
I've been
and
trying to do
my
is
dad
make
was
sure,
like, hey, what do you want?
like, and it's getting to now it's not
And
going,
we put
it's
the
not
stuff
a,
in. I didn't get it until
every second.
after.
It's about every 10 seconds.
Before the
Then it goes, keep your shoulders back. Yeah, and then as soon as I feel my, keep your shoulders back. Then I'll feel myself, keep your shoulders back.
Like Pensley was
Now,
the first
and
time
I'm
I
getting
said.
to the point where it's getting better. And I just need to, I almost just need Hawk to put a fucking electric shock collar around my neck and every time he sees me lean forward.
Are these those
Yep.
I don't.
It's so drinking on my
If I read it also. No, like seriously, like
They're-
writing down the read.
What are they called?
These are the ones Drangy basically said, buy these. He sent me the link and I said, whoop.
That Oregon Arrow one?
Probably, I don't know.
Black and green.
Because Drangy, yeah, and Drangy replaces it once a year, and I... So, what I... No, so basically... So I have Velcro onto this, and then I just stick that in, and then I couldn't get the Velcro. See, what my problem is this doesn't rubber cement.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be rubber cementing mine in. That's what I did with my old helmet, was the spray rubber cement where you spray it and then I sprayed the pad. And you wait so many seconds, you stick it and it's stuck. But the downside of doing it that way, if you don't have like those have a cover on. You do that with just the foam, it's almost impossible to get it off.
And this one is like self-adhesive,
Really?
but instead it was so old that
I
like
peeled mine off, it left like all kinds of junk.
Yeah, so that's. And then I'm trying to. That's why they're toward the tip
Yeah,
of the
oil or some kind of resin.
No face.
Maybe sandpaper first is a little rough.
And that's why I tried to make sure I don't have it. Like, that's what I did when I stepped up to when I was here. Like my go-to, I dropped way back here. Not that I could get sort of right there.
I'm not a fan of my head super shiny, but I like the fact that I never have to.
A lot of people don't see it because
My knees
I literally bring my sword all the way back like this, so it's behind my head. When I still like push on it. And I get a lot of people like that. But that's exactly over here. Like when I brought my sword back, it wasn't for me to swing. My brain goes, oh shit, I don't have thrusters. Okay, I gotta, because that's exactly what I was setting up for. And I realized I couldn't do it.
Somebody left their sword just laying out in the middle.
That's mine.
Can't believe.
Bring it here.
All life. Loves it.
My first helmet was a 16 gauge. I was, after a battle, I'd have to go hammer it back out just so I could fit it on my head again because it dented so bad. It was a Milanese with ribbing that made it give it some.
Putting him in the truck.
Okay,
On the tailgate of the truck.
that's fine.
My first one was a Milanese, that overcomplicated. I went to the 12 gauge spun top, and the thing was like my neck was sore just from this thing was so big. How did it itch over? And it was still. I had. That's horrible. You got exactly. It was amazing how well my defense improved when I got my new helmet. I didn't have to move my shield hardly at all anymore. Yeah, you shrunk the target. Yes, I shrunk the target. Next practice I'll bring you my old one.
Well, my old one is currently in the possession of
Get it.
he's trying to clean it up and make it look like
You got a fight in your gun.
Just look at what?
Yep.
Thinking about it, I don't think that was actually good.
Yeah, it looked a little,
It was not good.
yeah, that was a good call.
It was a bad one. Sorry about that.
Otherwise, it comes down to low. I can't see.
Yeah. So, anyway,
It doesn't look good.
Oh, yeah.
I might have caught the bottom corner of your cheek.
I felt it bounce off my body too. I heard good sounds, so I took it.
I'm wondering if we could hit that.
I'd probably like this if I could have gotten cheese. Because I came down with the same one. But I felt like he was too scared and like
So you don't think it was good?
it was in the middle. It was really hard for me to tell. I wouldn't care.
Jim does.
I just saw you went outside. So I went inside.
So that my elbows and knees were rusty and you know. But anyway, I had to get special permission to work on his good feet. Targeting
Bottom of your shoe goes down. That's
more pressure turned your short shoulder. Well, that was more the short shoulder. But I was going to have the bar grill for more. So I had the helm, the two face plates, and I picked up the chainmail to make. All told, I spent about. I like the leg. Nice job on the leg. And you know, so that required a little special permission from the wife. Yeah, if it's been $100 or $200, you wouldn't have batted it out. It got up in that neighborhood.
Yep. I just want to wait till you figure it out. I got a thing to do.
Well, the young lady we were talking to, Elena, right? Like I said, yeah, I knew who she was.
Came on the back.
Oh, no. Her dad succeeded me as the king of the marshal. So she's got 3 brothers. 2 older brothers. So her oldest brother got knighted at the
What's that?
I said I chose to use the elbow side. And I lost.
You paused up high, so I sat down and left my shield high and hopefully at the end slow your
Yeah, I still felt pretty. So I hand up and then I just pulled my hand into my elbow.
Yeah, I had up high, you can't try. So I tried to do was leave the shield.
there.
And drop straight down.
I know, you got excited. Get in there.
Leave the shield.
It definitely helped my hands up.
Good.
There you go.
And I realized there's one I threw earlier. I think it's your leg. Yeah.
He's
the
been
leg
fighting
shot.
for a couple more years than you have.
And you were blocking before I threw it because I was actually
Probably as long as you've been
leaning.
Okay.
I folded over. The only reason I get hit is because I was ready for it.
Okay, so maybe I like that. Officially, there will be a problem.
I don't know what you hit.
It did not feel like a hitting part at all.
So it was probably just one of the
I think there was this rotation right here. Was all you got.
Tell me I'm not doing it wrong. I practice here and then pass somewhere at somebody's house.
Glanced it down the tip of my head.
No, it doesn't matter.
Most of the time, I never feel bad about fighting. I'm like, I knew I should. Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise,
Yeah, and I thought my leg was safe.
Now see that one I tried to sit down.
Right. I think you got more range out of it that way.
She's just gotten really been treated like a slayer.
I think it's hard.
You got me like right up. I also know that I need to trade both of them off there. So.
I know. They do. I was really trying to get that place.
I'm not sure what, but I can feel it.
I just got tip on the bottom up here. So I might have went almost just 3 armor home.
it's the point of endurance of keeping you right. That's the one that works on shoulder endurance from hell.
And then my weapon. It landed solid, but just the end of it didn't feel like it felt like crap to me.
No, somebody dropped off the shield. It's like, oh, here it is. Yeah, he's playing. I got a bunch of stuff. I'll drop it off to you. And the guy's like, all right. So the guy brings all of this stuff to it and drops it off. And a lot of it was just falling apart stuff. But he gives him the shield. And the dude that he handed it to, Theo, is not a small top. Theo's just like, it's made out of 8-inch plate steel. And it's like a heater like this big. It's like, when I pick it up and move it, because it sits in my shed.
Think so? My hand got stuck on my shield.
But yeah, if you wanted to use it as a trainer shield, I guarantee you, whoever deals with that thing gets used to it, can move any shield ever again in their entire life. Yeah. This thing is ridiculous.
And they're going to be like the old English longbowmen that the whole body was just drawing the bow.
Back to the
I think I've got it.
So body then, you think?
I have a
back of
I have one of those right back there.
Under shoulder.
Got aluminum sled. Aluminum sled. Sure. The big sled.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, you're looking for anything.
I want to play around with different stuff. I've always used
That's what I was saying. I've been doing this, and I picked up a teardrop, and I was like,
Oh, this is fun. Oh, I like his thing when I see this. This is great. For the first 3 or 4 months it was a scrap heater. And then one of the guys like threw it away and gave me a big rounder strap. He's like, try this. Like, this one actually moves. And I felt that one. And it was 3 times a year. For a year, using a full on it. And then I started fighting with that. I tried to go real hard. And then I was like, huh. Surprisingly, no. I'm just waiting for you to come back over. Oh, yeah, I can pick up one of these and use them the same as my dog. Yeah, I can pick up that. I can use one of those the exact same like that. But the colors are really
yeah, I kind of did. I didn't want to
pick it.
Yep. Valhard.
What happened?
Yes.
And then you hit him.
Yeah.
I have a guy that does it, and I buy him for $20. I buy one time for $20. And then I take it to work and I walk over to the center of this flat, center of this flat, and go to the bottom point from that, stick it in the shooter. It
then I take it, pieces to the back and weld in on the corners, so that way I have the strength on that top.
I'll see you guys then.
All right, see it next week. And then take the whole solid. Yeah, if I use it around. Go grab my shoe.
Oh, you guys already put
After the first two tests, I figured out what it was. So on the third excavator, I changed it.
All right, so sideways off a bridge, out of sheer renown strike. All right, so we're gonna do. I don't know if I need more. Not doing super heavy lifting. Right, good idea. I like maybe 3 or 4 days. You know what I do for a living? I can't get the week or so not doing it.
Good job, isn't it?
I'm the young guy at work.
He is the lackey.
I have everybody else I work with is like as old as Branos. They're all broken down and shit. But it guards the whole bunch. And no, for you because I could literally.
That's why I threw.
Like here.
I moved, you didn't respond, so I threw.
So if you look at the hills on my sword. Well, no,
You had to run the angle. Angle is slipped right down.
A thumb block, and then nobody'd be able to take the shield away from me.
But like I shaved down.
Yeah, see, like, that's the cutoff of that side, and this is the cutoff of that side. Yeah, and that feels weird.
Alright, let's take a break.
I think it's because you got reinforced.
Round fighters. Smells terrible.
Such a good defense.
Why does he smell terrible?
Because he's around for this. He's been home.
Well, see, and that's, this one looks weird because when I bought the
Start here and hope that you stay there.
the knuckles were hidden. So I took it to work and they wire cut.
The one I cut,
They wire
I
cut
threw the same angle as every time, but my body
and then I extended it out half an inch and welded it back down.
And I pushed down
So
here,
now,
but I put the blade.
but it's not. I mean, it's not heavy.
Yeah, and I had thrown into it, so I was stuck in
Heavier
here.
than I thought it was.
Outside the fence here. outside
A lot heavier. What is
Yeah,
it?
that was really nice.
Stop sign.
That's aluminum?
The way you started,
Oh, with a couple
Yeah, this is
convinced me
single
you
line.
weren't actually
So I cut here,
like it was a
and
deep
then I
fake
weld
as
that up
opposed to
here,
a
and then I
shallow.
cut that one.
And that's why I threw it.
Far heavier.
They're just welded because
So I'm trying to remember, we had talked about some timing stuff before.
So I reinforced just the outside edge and
And-
take most of the shot. And I could probably actually.
Yeah,
One part of the timing was like
But this was a simple
surprise
No, I understand.
or startle.
Because my other one, I had a
One part of the timing was
Get ready to
anticipate.
fight Last Crown.
One part of the timing was
Like a big crack right here, and I'm like,
comprehend or something like that.
It's much easier to
I'm
make
just
the
trying to
new and
remember.
try to
Did you write it
repair that
down?
and get
No.
legal
I would like to
repair.
write it down. With all the other stuff, I would like to write
I try to
down.
put into words what I'm doing and feeling and thinking. Because I don't actually
Yeah,
think
for
in
me,
words.
this one,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I
So yeah, if you write it down, then you both.
Hardly move. What are you talking
But
about?
I don't get where you're heading.
Come up with this
That's
concept
the
of
idea. You want the hard move.
how do we make fakes work? And
Like I
we
said,
did that
it was
specifically.
one of the
Your
first
hard part is your hand block. That's going to be it.
for fencing.
My first year, I went to
But
an
I
event.
think it relates to that timing. And what
think it was
things
Surfair.
do we do that the
Said,
person
I will
catches
down
on
there at the other
at
end
what
of the
phase
list.
of
I
time?
will fight anybody
Something like that.
that was born after I
That
was
sounds
knighted.
right. Like if we're
This
threading
kid's like,
early or late,
little man, they
or on time,
and I'm like,
how do they choose to respond?
I'm
Right.
not
And
that.
where did they pick it up?
Like, I'm
If
a
it was
new
a
fighter,
startle, that
and I'm
usually
not that
triggers
stupid.
like
Instinctive
This kid went
instinctive
down there.
response, right? And if it was a
Literally,
anticipation, it's a
That's all
it
this, all the
triggers
guy
a
did, all Bear did.
calculated response. So
Kid's like,
there's
good.
some more parts of that, but that's
Again? Kid's like, yeah.
yeah, if you can.
And that kid was like,
Okay.
he's just sitting there.
Like Junior, I
Probably
can't.
about for
Yeah, I'm gonna.
but
It's first Christmas.
I think Brock would be happy to run the girl from Fredson.
And I was just like,
Do some stuff. Yeah, that went away. Somebody did that to you.
No.
There's something else open.
He's got to fight his final. He's got to win
Oh no,
his
this was
round.
about
And the sword's
6 or
turning on
7
me again.
times
I'm
Bear
going
hit him
to,
with
but
my.
he's got to win me one first.
Because he wasn't
He is
just.
way closer
never
to me
enough
right
He
now.
wasn't just touching, and he'll never play. He's done.
He's done figured himself right out.
My time will come, but his time will most likely come soon.
Come and go.
Just judging by relative skill level right now.
The fact of yeah,
Say he's more likely
but no,
to
the
win
fact
than
how
me.
he did it.
Just
When you have dependents, you
also,
just don't.
Or-
play.
I also want him to win.
You
Or we
take
could
care of
double
your
down.
dependents before you play.
Whatever you got.
Play each other in the finals.
If I ever decide to walk away from the game, I will find people that I trust and that my dependents respect. And be like,
Yeah, that's why we don't fight.
and get that relationship. Where I'm not just going to be like,
uh-oh. You hear that? Ivan, he says that you talk more than fight.
all right. Hold on, I gotta go get a different weapon. No, I can't swing on the sword. My sword won't play anymore with my shoulder.
Okay.
I'll get a different weapon, though. I can still fight with that.
There you go.
No-win situation about 8 different ways.
So if you
all
hear
right, I'm
him
not
say
as good with the other
strong,
weapon.
Strong, you don't want to be
Now
close
that I
to it.
couldn't beat him. If I win, I will
You don't want
forever
him to
be
bump.
convinced that he let me win, even though I know
He's
he's
going forward.
And even if I'm not
No,
convinced,
he's gonna go.
someone out there will be convinced.
There you are, bro.
Yeah.
And they will run their fucking mouths like assholes. So, the easier way is
To
to
let people run the
not fight each other in there, so that we don't be mad at each other. I have zero interest in being Penny Queen, quite frankly. Like, if you want to be Pensic King and do negotiations and shit and deal with all that, fine. I will walk around with you at Pensic and wave at people.
Took that one.
I don't want to do that. I will if I make sure that they understand being on Queen's card does not mean Queen doesn't get to fight. I will kill you myself.
That's so fair. He was already telling you how to fight.
Yeah, that'd be a great way to get kicked off my Queen's card.
Smash it against the
I'll just go out by myself.
anyway. And just took the head off. Absolutely.
Don't let him pull you. I don't know how to use it.
I mean, probably. I'm actually not very good at it. I mostly just got murderized constantly.
Like they pinned it into
This was probably on the camera.
I just sent them back up to the res, and there's a red spear just floating in there.
This is one of the ways that we presented mainly, but it's not saying much. I'm being drastically outnumbered by spears while walking around the field. Had a lot to do with it. Wall of spears, one shield, 4-foot gap on either side because we don't have enough people.
That's all right. I don't mind having
I would probably pull me a bunch of folks like him.
I'm glad I
And run with one of these and set up the logo and be like,
did either happen. I am glad I. The only reason I didn't do it was because I forgot to take my out.
you're going to play commander, I'm going to follow you.
I had to walk back to a res.
Hope to murderize things.
I went out there after I got my eyes cleaned out. I went out there again, and another chuck hit me, and I felt swinging feet and trying and wondering if they were rubbing their weapons to getting shit on Yeah, they're still trying to prove themselves.
older guys are just like, you don't have to do that. The older guys are like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh yeah.
I'm going to take a breather. Because at this point, I'm chasing you, but I can't do anything. Thanks for the pass.
Deal.
Yeah.
So I will give you rule number 1 for fighting a pole. Okay? Be in your range or out of mine. Don't stay in a range that you're in mine and not in yours. Okay? And that's what you were doing when I was backing up. You were chasing to your range. You were just staying within my range, so you couldn't get really good into yours. Yep. So the best thing to do is stop and back up, which makes me stop and come towards you. Okay. And then once again, if I start moving forward, you can regain your range.
But in my head, I was trying to move to my range through yours and having to weather the shot to get there.
If you have
execution, it wasn't happening.
If you have to stay in that range for 2 or 3 seconds without closing, you shouldn't be there.
Okay.
And that's rule number 1. In your range or out of mine. Because if you're in yours, you're in mine. But if you're not in yours, get the hell out of mine.
Sure.
Okay? That way you're not having to weather the storm with no chance of returning a blow.
Yep, I can appreciate that. And I felt like I had that better at the beginning. And
Yeah, the first couple of times, yeah.
And that's me being out of shape.
Me too.
And, I'd been better off if you had sword and shield and we were both in the same range and we haven't chased you, because I'm doing hard enough to try and fight somebody on the same ground as far as range without wearing myself out. So having to chase it just made it that much worse.
And unfortunately, I can't swing a shoulder. With my shoulder, I can't swing a sword anymore today. This is a different mechanic, so I can still play.
Yep, I understand.
Not a whole lot.
Thank you for the passes, though. I appreciate
No problem.
Angles, doing some weird stuff, and sort of ducking out of things real well. I managed to shut down stuff well enough, and then when he finally decided to rush me up, the first time he managed to flip up and like butt spike me right in the hip at the same time, so we ended up doubling. Next time I covered that. Like, note to self, kick, and like short stick, because he's running through and like trying to duck out of me. I mean, we were out in an open field, so I wasn't really in the corner, but mostly I shut all of this down so that you couldn't just stand around and stab me.
In a straight one-on-one fight? I can only think of one reason to rush a sword and shielder with a polearm open field. And that's just to knock you on your ass to rattle your brain. Like, get you rattled and get you worried and scared. That's the only reason I would think to do it. And it would literally, it would be me going and just cracking shield and knocking her on her ass. But that would be the only reason I would do it. So he was trying for a low butt spike.
Well, and he did it successfully. He had no idea how old this also hit her with the like,
Yeah, he did it. He made the kill. He just didn't live. Yeah, that's the hard thing. When you go low for that, you leave so much shit open with this.
And then there were the times where he rushed me because I came at him and he decided to do like, he was like, all right, instead of running, I'm just gonna.
Well, yeah, he was comfortable close, just like me.
There was multiple scenarios in this, but the two where I actually whacked him. He's trying to duck under.
So
I
that's-
assume he has lots of success doing that with other people.
So yeah, that's just some weird training thing that he has. That's his.
Well, maybe he's coming from a place where people are throwing more of these. So it would just go
Well, no,
right over
but that's what I'm saying. For him, for a pole arm fighter to rush a sword and shield in an open field on a one-on-one fight, that's got to be something that's personal, his training, his brain, his thoughts. Because like I said, the only reason I'm going to do it is if you and I get here and I'm getting frustrated, and then yeah, I'm going to step into you and just smash you to drop you down, and then I'm going to back off, and it's going to give me a few seconds to reset because I can't hit you when you're laying on your back. But I'm going to back off and be able to reset and rest for a second. But now it's also going to be in your brain of, Jesus Christ, this dude just slammed me on the ground with no effort whatsoever.
But because of how I described it and what you like, so like thrusting he was farther away from
like a thrust and whipping around to some like weird angle.
Yeah.
I had a difficult time following it, but managed to.
Well, it looks like we're going to start getting shouted at.
Here's the question: were you in your range during all of that?
Oh, no.
Then you were in the wrong place anyway.
I was trying to get in and out. But it's not like he just lets me hang out at a range.
No.
No one ever lets you just hang out.
Nope.
So I'm trying to stay back here and threaten him and find my opportunity to get in there, but he's, stepping in his so it's a constant adjustment. I did not just hang out here like a dipshit like you're implying.
Well, no, but that you're within your range, so that doesn't matter. If you're hanging out right there, that's perfect. Even there, you should be able to hit
With a step, yeah.
with a half a step. Yeah.
Like I can't just straight to it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just asking because a lot of people do when they get into the fight, they don't think about it.
and I frequently do, but this
And-
time I didn't.
Yes, and you do.
Probably why I managed to block his
Yeah.
because I was far enough out that when he took his one step, I wasn't his toast.
Yeah, but your brain sometimes goes into I'm out of range, I'm okay, not thinking that. Yeah. But no, that's a lot. But no, it's what I'm saying. Shut up and listen. What I'm saying is, people go to their brain of I'm out of range because they're out of their range, and they don't always remember what they're fighting against. You ready? Yeah, come on. Come on. I can't fight with a sword anymore today. My shoulder won't let me. This close. Fast. No thing. No stupid thinking. So that's why you stop right there. You stop right here. I'm putting you on the ground. I see that. But it's a lot harder from here than from here. That's why you want to stop right there. That's the perfect reason to stop there. Hear that range to kill you. Okay? Come on. You never paid your stalling. You're still alive.
I would say just line that up.
A little light on the arm. You had it there, but you didn't stick it. Probably good head too. Little on the lighter side, but good placement. Good placement. You just need a little harder.
I had a couple fights today. Probably a fight. I should have done a couple more passes. I know I need to hit your hand. I know I'm going to get sloppy. Accepting that and just pushing myself to work with being tired.
Okay. I'm just throwing him in. I'm not chucking him in hard. Okay. That's what you need to do. You are not engaging my weapon at all. Your body is trying to engage my weapon. Your shield and your sword should try to engage my weapon. Okay? For two reasons. One reason is if your shield is against my weapon,
it's going to slow me down. The other is, if my weapon is against your shield, you know where it is. Right? You can feel it. You can feel the pressure. You know where it's at. Right? So what you want is your basket either on top or underneath, being able to use it to push. Okay? Am I going to let you keep it there? I'm not going to fucking try to let you keep it there. But if you're moving in fast enough, you can keep it there. Okay? Also, your sword, you can hit my weapon. That's fine. It's fine to do. Don't always hit the end on the way in. Take that swing at me and make me block. Because if I have to block, I can't swing at you at the same time. And it gives you a chance to get into that position. Plus, if I have to move my weapon to block yours, that's when you get a hold of it with that fucking basket hold on your goddamn shield. As soon as you make me move this where I have to block you, then you push that against it, lever it down, and crack me. Okay? Engage the tools that you have. So block it. If the only thing it's going to hit you in the head, that's only one thing you got to block.
In a one-on-one fight, I can. That depends with exterior because there's 8 of them, and I can only watch, 4 at a time.
I got you. Good leg. There you go. Light on the body. Good body. You got me first. Good job. See, it's not that hard. A little bit of a physical fight, it's a good fun. If I don't pay off, it's going to be. I understand that. That's the bad thing about fighting with that weapon. There's a lot of the fights that I get in, well, they're physical, and they get tiring real quick. Takes a lot out of me to fight with one of those all day against guys that want to do what you just did.
I didn't want to. You told me to.
Yeah, but it
I
worked.
could have given you a nice lazy punch.
But it worked, right?
Kinda.
Good? You need water?
I got water, dear. It's in the back of the truck.
There's also
I bought you water so you could drink water, not so you could give me water.
there's also Gatorade and a case of water on the table. Available for public consumption. I hate fighting you, Polar. We should do it more. I'm better at it now.
You've gotten considerably better over the last couple of years, and I'm very proud of you.
Right now, the biggest thing holding me back is that I reached a certain level of physical fitness and then fell back off. And so now I'm like, oh, I'm tired and I shouldn't be. Oh, I'm weaker than I was. Shit.
So trying to get my discipline back together on the workouts to get back up to there.
I think I'll be decent with working out because I have a rec center literally across the street from me.
Good.
I mean, I use my basement. We have
I'm in a
weights and a
dorm.
weight set. I've got YouTube videos and enough space to do it. For me, it's the discipline of like, no, I'm going to actually stop
go do
work
it.
at 5 and go downstairs and work out.
My problem is
But
I'm in a
tendency to
dorm.
just-
It's really hard to do shit.
Yes,
in my
different
dorm.
environment.
Yeah. Like if I was at home.
So if it was me in a dorm like that, it would be, no really, stop doing homework for 10 fucking minutes and go to the gym.
Yeah. Or, okay, you don't want to go to the gym? Okay, look in the mirror, work on your footwork.
Yeah, do something.
Do some push-ups. There's stuff that I can do without going across the street.
Yeah. No, I got,
But yeah.
I had real good habits going for a while. And then between physical issues that prevented me from working out the same way, and then ensuing mental health issues.
Yeah, I know that one.
Like I got very out of practice, very out of the habit, and it's been a lot of a struggle to get it back. And I'm still working on it.
Pensick was the first time I had been in Illinois. I probably should not have thought of Pensick, but I had fun, so that's all that matters, right?
Pensick is a surprising number of people's first event, including fighters. So like,
See, that,
you
it's
say I
not...
shouldn't have gone and fought, but you should have. It's just not being totally dumb about it.
Yeah, because it's also the fact that that wasn't my complete first event and first fight ever. I've been doing this, I've been seeing it since I was 6.
So there was no reason you shouldn't have dove in. You're just like, maybe I shouldn't stand on the very front line and try leading a column charge.
It's not like I should not charge a bridge with a dagger and a shield.
I mean,
Because I did that.
That maybe wasn't the best
but
one.
it was something that my parents always did with the youth red. Always well, that's fine. And it was to earn my dagger that was specifically made for me.
Okay, well then that's different.
And I did
That
it.
makes it a good
and
idea.
Crazy Pops? What color?
red, purple, blue, other one, whatever you want.
I have scissors too.
I've never been brave enough to try to like, oh, just break it in half.
It only works if it's like frozen and then just I need to keep my double legs cold.
Freeze Pops. Thank you.
Alright. It's been real, guys, but I think we're done fighting.